You have found Vagina Whispering, where we talk about everything from vaginas and orgasms to femininity, connection and love, intimacy, pleasure, intuition, menopause, and so much more. This is a safe place to have real conversations and make real connections. We're going to have a great time. We're going to laugh a lot, and we are going to fall in love with ourselves again. A quick note before we begin, the information we present here is educational in nature and is not medical or psychological advice, nor is it a substitute for seeking licensed healthcare services. Okay, let's drop you into the conversation.
I started meditating again. You're gonna be so happy, finally. I've got a really fun story about that I'll share with you in a second. But Insight Timer, I always use it to just time. I don't listen to meditations usually. I like silence because then I really get to know where the hell I am. I'm like, oh my God, I am so not focused today. Today it was like, I could not stay focused for a hot second. And that's okay. It gives me a really good read on where am I. I think sometimes when we go down a meditation that you're being led through, it's way easy to avoid your real brain, your real thoughts, your real everything that's going on. So I like the quiet. It's not always a fun meditation, but I do quiet. Don't always get things from it, however. But Insight Timer has this new, what's your intention for the day?
I've seen that, yeah.
I don't know when it popped up. That's how long it's been since I have been meditating. And it's really helped me. I am so silly. I don't usually wake up and set an intention. As spiritual as I am and as crazy woo-woo wacko that I am sometimes, I don't wake up and set an intention. And I've started to. And it has been life affirming, actually. Just really okay. Like my thing today was I'm gonna be more grateful for Alex, which is really funny since I got mad at him downstairs. Yesterday was celebrate the little things. And one of the days before was laugh more. Just, I don't know. It's been a life changer for me, life affirming. Really just, you're here to also have an intention for yourself, Jen, not just be here for everybody else. So that was good. But the reason I started meditating again, not the reason, but my birthday's coming up in August, but we were gone for 3 weeks. We did safari for a week, and we did Paris for a week, and we did the south of France for a week. Life is amazing.
Wow.
It was incredible. When we were in Paris, it was our last week, and we had this really beautiful dinner and incredible. And they brought a little birthday thing, and I couldn't think of a wish. Everything felt so self-centered. I could think of wishes, but they weren't good enough. I'm turning 50. So it's like, all right, I was like, okay, the book and speaking engagements and all this work stuff or heal. And okay, I wish for her to talk. And none of them seemed right. And the candle's burning down. And I started crying. And I said, what are your wishes for me? Around the table. And it was I encourage people to ask that. It could be really, people could be like, oh my God, I'm so egotistical and whatever. It's like, no, I was curious what someone else wished for me from the outside. What do you see and you wish I had more of or less of or whatever? My niece, Payson, said, I know how important meditating is for you. And I really wish that you find more time to meditate this year.
Wow.
Talk about an eye-opener from a 19-year-old.
Wow.
And then Candela, our foreign exchange student from 3 years ago, she surprised me in Paris. Oh my God, I started bawling. It was so cute. And that actually reminds me about your kids thing. I have this very maternal feeling. Payson, Candela, and Teal. And I wrapped my arms around them and I said, all my girls are here. But 2 of them aren't mine. You know, one's a niece and one, but I was like, my girls are here. My 3 girls are here. I was just bawling. But Candela said to me, I wish for you to be healthy, for you to be healthier, for you to stay healthy this year. And those 2 girls have actually totally shifted how I've approached life since I got home. I'm working out more. I'm meditating. I'm doing these things that because I asked, what is your wish from me for the outside? Yeah.
What a great question. What a great perspective. It's not egotistical. You're like actually asking people who know you, where's the blind spot that you can see? If I address that, it would kind of just amp things up a little bit better for what is important to me and because these are people who love you. You don't have to give birth to somebody to have them be one of your kids. That's not a requirement.
No,
It's a feeling. Yeah.
there was just a lot. Yeah, I'm getting really big
Ooh,
confirmation
I love
chills.
that. Yeah. And you actually listened. You really took that in. Sometimes it's easy when somebody's young to be like, oh, that's so cute. Anyway, let's talk to the real adults over here.
Let's talk to the 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
No, it was a really, actually, I don't even remember what Alex said. To revisit that. Did you tell me in Paris?
That's, I saw this thing on Instagram. It was this couple in a car, probably around our age, maybe more my age. Anyway, and they're driving and it said something like, we're off to celebrate our like 25th wedding anniversary. We're so happy. Of course, we almost got divorced while packing our luggage. But anyway, I was like,
Oh my God, that's so true.
totally relate to that. Yeah.
That is really funny, but that is so damn true. So excited about this, but we did almost kill each other. I literally told our friends, I was like, if Alex doesn't make it through the night, I was the one who killed him. And then I realized you probably shouldn't say that stuff because if
Not out
something
loud, yeah.
were to actually happen, that would be really shitty. Yeah. I said that a couple of times. I'm like, if he doesn't make it through the night, probably me.
I used to work with glass, do mosaics and stuff. And there were times when I might have had a bit of a fantasy about a big, sharp piece of glass. And Grant is very sensitive and he would pick up on that. And yeah, that was early on in our marriage. I've outgrown those fantasies.
Someone's going to listen to this and be like, okay, put a 911 out for or whatever, APB or whatever they call it for those two.
Possibly.
Oh my God,
Well, maybe that's why we're friends, though.
It's hilarious.
But yeah,
It's just,
we don't choose partners because they make us happy constantly. They're often the most triggering, the most annoying at times, and also who you care about the most and your favorite person. And if you keep creating that, I feel like our relationship has been very created and deliberate. It's not, oh, it just unfolded and it was easy. Like, not at all. We're next month is our 20th wedding anniversary.
congratulations.
Thank you. Big accomplishment.
Yeah.
I have so much more appreciation for marriage, even if people make it look super easy. People think that we make it look easy because we have fun when other people are around. I'm like, that's because you're there. That's why we're laughing. But anyway, I'm pretty excited actually. We're doing actually a whole thing. My first development circle I ever went to at a spiritualist church like 28 years ago, the minister, her name is Margot, led that group that I used to go to every Friday for a couple of years. She was the only person I could think of that I would want to marry us. We hadn't really stayed close. And then a couple of years ago, I was tracking her down, like, oh, I want to see what she's up to. I really miss that development circle thing she used to do. And I reached out to somebody and they never helped me get in touch with her. I was hoping she was still alive. I had an old email that I wrote to her a couple times, never heard back. I didn't know if it was still current. And last year, I was way more determined because I was going to start a development circle. So I just tracked her down. I looked her up again. I found this place she's associated with, and I called or emailed or both. And finally, they helped me get in touch with her. It was a lot of work, but now we're very close. I talk to her probably every week. I go to her group. I just love this woman, and so does Grant. She's going to come to our house and do some kind of ceremonial something. We wrote our vows the first time. I think we're going to write slightly different vows.
Yeah.
And she's going to do whatever process she's going to do and have our ancestors there with us. It's just going to be the three of us. I think it's going to be really sweet. I debated about a party, but we're keeping it very simple.
Oh, that's really exciting. When is that?
September
Next month?
24th.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I think we've maybe talked about this, that when I talk to young people who are getting married, I'll say, or thinking about getting engaged or whatever, and I'll say that it's easy to love someone, it's hard to like them. Saying you love someone, I think, is easy. Saying that you really like them and want them to be your friend for life, it's a big deal. No matter how much we want to shove glass into our partners or whatever.
What are you talking about?
I wouldn't give up that he's the father to my child, that he is the one that I wake up with, and he's the one who still thinks I'm really sexy, even with my braces. Still struggling with them. Next month, I get my lower ones on. Oh, get prepared.
Oh,
Yeah,
honey.
super exciting. Only 9 more months, probably.
You're moving along. So is this 3 months now with the tops? Okay. So you're like a quarter of the way there now?
He's very happy. He's
Hmm.
like, wow, your teeth are moving. I'm like, yes, they are.
Okay. Good job.
Come on, teeth. Come on. They're never like when even they go to put in the new, I'm like, she's like, you're still sore? I'm like, oh yeah. So I think they are just constantly moving for me now because they're all, we're on a mission.
I'm getting like a go team in my head.
Good job, peeps. Keep them moving.
Aw.
Yeah. But they don't hurt. They're all, okay, we're going to put these on and we're probably going to take some ibuprofen. I'm all, it don't hurt that bad. My God, I've had pain. No, this is more of that pain that you encourage. Is that strange?
That is strange, Jennifer.
Like an 8. I know. I have a spot in my mouth that every now and then that gets sore. Not anymore because I can't get there. I would sometimes activate it because it's definitely an indicator of me being on the spectrum. I'll pick until it hurts and then I just keep doing it because I like the pain. Very strange. I'm giving you a lot more information. You're all, wow, Jack, you are weird. We are really going there today.
I'm taking notes over here. The therapist is in. Please keep
talking about your weird tendencies, those tics. But yeah, so it's like that. You have to know what I'm talking about. Like every now and then, isn't there just like just hurts so good? Is that weird? You don't have that. Okay,
Well,
I can tell by
actually,
your face.
I don't think it's weird. I'm sitting with how you describe it. And I wonder if some of it might be that when we have pain or discomfort, sometimes it can also be, wow, I'm in a body. Holy shit, I can really feel the
Alive.
body. Maybe that's it, is that you really feel something like when you feel hunger.
That is a really great point. I have trouble grounding, as do you. We like being up here. I
Yeah.
love being in my fifth, sixth, and seventh chakras, and let's go higher. I love it. It's super fun. Why ground? Why bring me back down here? That's probably one of the main reasons why I tend to do it. I never thought of it that way. I love that.
Yeah, I think that's part of why I'll eat more than I really need, and it makes me feel full. I feel this sensation in my body, and I think it helps me feel grounded. I have a friend of mine who will say, if you're feeling ungrounded after like mediumship or that kind of thing, eat something. I just need to ground more if that's what I really need. But it
Sure.
doesn't sound that weird. It sounds like it serves a real purpose. There are tics that people have, and whether you're on the spectrum, tics can be self-soothing, and we can all have little strands of spectrumy behavior.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it sounds more like.
I like that. Makes me feel a lot better about that.
There
Well
you
done,
go.
therapist Noelle. Check one off the list. Jen's not freaking out anymore.
Healed.
Healed. So funny. So one other thing, and then I think we should wrap this up, but
Yes.
I guess I wanted to add it to this conversation just because I feel like this is more of a catch up. The 1 year anniversary of my father's passing was the 28th of July, I think. Good God. Yes. And I came down to work. We were back from our travels. Came down to work, and I got a very clear message that I needed to do a shamanic journey to connect with my dad, because that's when he has been showing to me. He's shown up in every journey that I've done since he passed. Now, I've only done 3, I think. However, I got a very clear message that your intention needs to be to go find your dad. And I thought, oh boy, a little scary on that one, because what happens if he doesn't show?
Oh.
And that was, but he's shown, I don't even know why I doubted. And so I wrote my intention. I want to just check in with my dad, see how he's doing up there, what he's up to, if he's got any insight for me or Teal, and whatever. I had the best conversation with him. I actually recorded it, and it's on my For Special Kids podcast right now, because that's what I just was like. And I said on the intro to the podcast, I'm like, this is just selfish. This isn't about kids with disabilities. I'm just going to share with you what I learned from my dad today. But it was an incredible opportunity. And I know this is way out there, but if anyone is missing a loved one deeply, never underestimate the power of your own connection and your own ability to talk with that individual and get wisdom and just check in with them. I literally was like, how you doing? So what's going on up here? And he told me some things that I've never even heard of, which is really fun, about what he's doing up there. Do you want me to share with you?
Yeah, and I'm going to listen. I haven't been listening to any podcasts because I typically do listen to
fine.
yours, but I'm
I
definitely
haven't
listening to
recorded in a
that.
long time, so I was
Okay.
finally back at it. So I won't give you how it all happened because it's in the podcast. However, he said, I said, what's your job up here? And he said, I'm a wise one. And I laughed because I was like, that is not anything that he would have ever said down on earth, ever. Then he says to me, yeah, because I was like, tell me what that means. He said, basically, I help people with their prayer. When someone prays, I help them maybe structure their prayer right or differently because so many people pray wrong. And then he said, not that there's a right or wrong way. It's just people sometimes don't ask for what they're really needing to ask for. And then he said, and then I connect with, this is where the irony is not lost on me. He says, I connect with universal knowledge and I transmit their answer. I send the answer to the individual who's praying. So he's a channel. So he's a medium.
Wow.
Which is really funny. Like it's not lost on me. And so I definitely dive into that in the podcast. It's only like 13 minutes. It's a really short little podcast, but I literally, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like you doubted everything about me, every step of the way. And now that's actually what you do up here. But I thought that was a fun,
Heck
just a little
yeah.
something to share. So yeah, it was funny. I'm a wise one. Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
I was like, what? It was hilarious. And yeah, and then we had a really good conversation about what his role in his world was down here on earth for me and how it was actually really hard for him doubting everything about me because he knew like his role was not that up there on the other side. So it was fun.
Oh, wow. I love that. Yeah.
Vagina whispering. We're supposed to talk a little bit more about sexual stuff and our bodies and whatever. I'm like, no, not today. No. It's so good to see you again. And I'm glad we did this.
So glad we did this. And to our listener, thank you for sticking by us. Jen and I have hectic schedules. When the spirit moves us, we're recording. And hopefully when the spirit moves you, you're listening. We're thinking of you with love, which is why we're sharing stuff about our lives. Otherwise, we would never hit record. We love you. We care about you. We never want you to feel alone. We will connect with you next time. And thank you for being here with us. And we love you.
We love you too. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. To access the full unedited interview on video, visit our Vagina Whispering channel on YouTube. If you have a topic you'd like to learn about, or if you have a specialist you'd like us to interview, please email us at vaginawhispering@gmail.com. And on a final note, while Noelle Dean is a licensed marriage and family therapist in the state of California, she does not provide any psychotherapy or other licensed healthcare services as the host. Any action you take based on the information contained herein is strictly at your own risk. Please refer to the podcast disclaimer in the show notes for further information.